Give thanks every time. Alright, okay, something new for today. Bringing you massive value, as I would say, in all types of ways. So you know I gotta do the thing that makes the income come in. Marketing. All types of things you can do with marketing. You know, I got to go with the flow that matches with the Stackivate business. And so far so good. I am seeing results across multiple channels. And the best part is the actual work I have to do has already been more than cut in half. And this is the first week since I built this workflow that I've actually made it to the end of the workflow. Before this, I would always try to just do the top priority things, and most weeks I would get through it, or pretty close, but I'd never really get through anything on the list, and now I've done that for the first time, and start adding things on the list, make things better. That's what it's all about, training my employees. And first thing I noticed I want to get taken care of is something with the site I gotta fix real quick. But then I just realized I don't even have that project up, so I'll just wait till later. Basically, just one of the tools on Stackivate, the image is like missing or something. I don't know, not a big deal. So, getting back to the workflow. Alright, looks like I made it to the end of the workflow this week. This is awesome. First thing I want to do is understand number 4, listen and decide. It's saying that's where I'm at right now. So you know, I can open the review queue, stuff like that, but I don't know, this just seems like there could be a better way to do this. It's kind of like stuck in the middle of this workflow. And you know, this is like the weekly workflow, and this is something that needs to be done on a daily basis. And also right now, this is, I think, just X and Reddit, but it should be replies across all channels. And as long as I can build agents to do this, which from what I understand I should be able to, like I already have with X basically. But anyways, I don't know, what do you think? What is your recommendation for best way to structure this? I'm thinking maybe do like this would be like the weekly run, and then there's also like a daily kind of like page I can zoom into, or else I could zoom in through the card to the page, and then when I finish things on the page, then the card would like be the truth, like it would say like, you know, which days I completed on which platforms. But like right now, where I'm pretty much done with this workflow and it's coming back to this and saying you are here, it just seems like it's out of order, like in the middle of this workflow, and there's a lot more to it that I don't know. I feel like that's it for now. Let me know if you understand what I'm saying, if you don't understand anything, if you have any questions, and we can go from there. Yo, 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 Javi D. How it be? What it do? How are you? All's well with me. You know, giving thanks every time. Everything could never be perfect, but you know, so much that that is. So just give thanks for that. What about you, Javi? How you doing? How's the vibe coding journey going? And the agents, how are they coming along? Give thanks, amen, every time. That last third. Yes, it can be. It's definitely like stages. Go through stages of renewal and expansion, and then it's like maybe you got to take a step back sometimes and deal with something. But you know, you're having major issues getting the layout to work across different devices. It's mashing you up, and getting it right burns through tokens. Yes. So major issues getting the layout to work across different devices. Okay. I do remember doing that with my app. And nothing major, but definitely a few things. I don't know what the answer is to that. That to me just sounds like something like bugs, you know, like you just gotta keep finding them and keep fixing them. But yeah, that last part there. So so you're getting to the end of your app. You're getting it across different platforms. And right now where I'm at is like I'm just about to, for my app, submit to the App Store and the Android Store. And for a while I wasn't going to do that. For main reason being like, you know, they both take, or at least the App Store mainly takes a bigger cut. And I was like, you know, they're not doing any marketing, why not just sell it myself? But as I did more research, I realized that what people are saying is like, there's a significant amount of people who won't trust an app if it's not on the App Store. So for that reason alone, they're saying put it on the App Store. And then I need to find a way to reformat it for the App Store in a way that, I guess there's a way if you reformat it a certain way, then each time you make a change or like fix a bug, then you don't have to resubmit it. So that's kind of like where I'm at looking into that stuff now. But definitely different formats. That is one of the nice things about what I'm working on right now, is it's not actually like I have to submit it or like really even do too much with security, because you know I'm just the only one using it right now. But I know that when I build it for other people, I'm gonna need to do those things like the security and stuff. I like your top of the board strip idea, and I agree with everything else you're saying too, so go ahead and do the implementation for the vibe coding station, for the nation, for more regulation and abundance, because you know we run this, not the AI, even though it might try. Alright, so for this project, I'm going to do the marketing with faceless videos, and I've already done some research on how we're going to make those. So, that was a little while ago, and I know things change and updates happen quick. Can you run some quick research to see if there's a better way to do the process we already decided on for creating these videos? And then we'll go from there. Sometimes it just starts doing browser control, and doesn't make any sense to me. Like, that's not part of the task at all, but then I look into why, and it makes sense every time. So I'm trying to figure out, why is it doing browser control right now? See what it did. It's at the top. That's way better than that card. Okay, daily replies at the top. Makes way more sense. And then I don't really like the card they replaced it with, but I'll look into that. Alright, so this new card, Name the Pain. I don't understand. It doesn't seem to give me an option to do anything manually. It only gives me the option to mark done. And from what I thought, like, part of this workflow, the research is finding the pain points, and I'm just kind of like verifying it and agreeing or disagreeing and then maybe changing it. But I mean, the research is probably going to do better most times than me. I'm just the human in the loop. So if I'm the human in the loop here in some way, which I kind of see, it would make sense to have this card. If not, and the only option is to mark as done, and it can automatically see when the pain point is decided for that week, then it shouldn't even be there. So that being said, if you want it there and you think it's better to have it be there and for me to be the human in the loop, give me some option to, click on something and open up the card and then see some kind of like, start with super brief report. And then if I want, I can check it out. And if it's good, it's good. If I need more, then I can have it, expanded. But let's go from there. Let me know what you think. Yeah. So awesome when you have a vision and then you build it and then it's like almost done and it's like everything is coming together and it's even better than I thought it would be. It's everything I always thought it would be and more. I'd like to thank myself. I would like to thank the organization. I would like to thank the community. I would like to thank the company. I would like to thank the business. Couldn't have done it without any of these people, including myself, and any of these organizations. And it's only the beginning. If I can do this with this kind of workflow, the sky is the limit. Yes, sir. Give thanks every time for guidance on the journey to build something and create something that did not exist and just came to existence through thoughts and the power of the mind. This is new. Just open up a project I have not been in a while, and something about setting up auto mode for my environment. Claude Code reads the project, reads your recent Claude sessions, and optionally your shell history and other repos. It analyzes the data and customizes auto mode to make better decisions. Okay, but like how? Like, why am I doing this, Claude? Is this like how to use Claude here? Work? Yeah. Also scan shell history, I guess. I don't know what you're scanning for, so I don't know why I would be recommending this, but okay. Welcome to the chat. If why sleek. Respect every time. Big up yourself. What is up, bro? You are on Drive AM on Discord. Add you now so you don't miss the next stream, no doubt. Username is IfYMOZE. Gotta get that new Discord set up. Okay. This is weird. Something brand new. Review proposed auto mode setup. It's like the harness. So basically what I think is going on, I've never seen Claude do this before. It's like asking me for permission to scan all my projects to like automatically control the harness for this one. It's one of those things where like I think I understand it, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna make much of a difference anyway, because it's like automatically doing it. So I'm just gonna go with it, and if anything weird comes up, then I'll just like dig into that and why it's doing it. But it seems like some kind of update, even though I'm not using a new model. I can come to that when I'm done with this. I was just doing that while this was cooking.
I saw it when I walked, boy.
Alright, sounds good. Commit the 2 files. And push. Alright, let's see the upgrade. The pain report. Come on. I gotta change that. I don't like that. That was easy and very important. All right, looking at the feature video workflow. So, I did publish that today, but I didn't mark everything off. So I'm going through and doing that now, and I did notice that I'm on the card for publish plus log it. And from what I understand, this should be able to be done automatically. I don't know, maybe the card can still be there, but let me know what you think. Can this be done automatically so I don't have to do anything right here? If anything, I'm thinking like I could just click that I published it, but that shouldn't even be necessary from what I understand. Let me know what you think and the best way to handle this card. And everything just gets a little better each week. When I'm doing the work that I would be doing anyway. Alright, that sounds good to me. So the next card I'm on is number 6. And that is outcome checks. Agents close these now. So it's only giving me the options to open the pulse and the numbers page and the mark is done. So what I'm seeing is like this doesn't have anything for me to do. It's just basically like showing me data. And to me this doesn't even really seem to be part of this workflow. It's more of like just analytics. And it is helpful, but I'm thinking maybe this isn't the best place for it. And this definitely isn't like a card that is needed for me to like mark anything done, because there's nothing that needs to get done. Let me know am I understanding this correctly, and then what is your best recommendation for how to handle this information, because on this dashboard I'm going to rearrange it like after I'm done setting up this workflow. I just kind of like didn't know how this would work out, so I built it like a bunch of different ways, and I just started using it and ended up seeing what worked the best for me. And now I'm starting to see that, so then I can go back and erase a lot of the things like that I'm not going to be using. But for now, thinking like just having all the analytics in one spot. Let me know what you think. For right about now. Feel like it's time to stand up. I agree with everything you said. I feel like I understand everything you said. And I want to make sure I'm like not even close to being questionable about these guidelines. So we'll just make sure, you know, we're just checking everything, checking all the boxes as we're going through and doing this. And I like your idea of, you know, doing like a test, trying out different options. I'd like to try out different variations. You know, it sounds like there's different kind of pieces that go into this workflow for making these videos. This is just like one part of the overall marketing pipeline, is making these videos. But I'm gonna start here for this project. So right now I'm basically doing the first part of the marketing workflow pipeline for this business, and this is these videos. And I'm just gonna focus on this for right now. So keep in mind that this is gonna be something that I want to automate as much of it I can in the future. And I'm gonna first do it just manually with you. But you know, I'm gonna be, you know, creating a workflow over time. So if you can be like kind of taking notes on like how a workflow would work on this, or if maybe like we should just start doing it and then, you know, we'll see over time. Let me know what you think is the best way to do this. And also take into consideration that I want to be, you know, this whole business having one shared database that every, you know, AI employee in the workflow would have access to. And I don't believe I have set up a database for this project yet. So just doing a brain dump real quick of where I'm going with this. And you can look into all this stuff and then let me know your response. All right then, everything sounds good. And I do want you to dig into why the closers are missing them. For that something that you caught that was real.
Yeah.
Only you know the truth. I just used Google to create an account on Follow AI, and they're asking me some questions like for like onboarding, it seems. I'm wondering if you could just control my browser and do everything to set up the account correctly, and let me know when you're on the page where I can give them my payment info. Also, I don't think I set up browser control for this Fibble Prana browser yet. So I think I might need even to add the extension for Claude first. Yes, I do want to do this off stream, so I add it to the list of tasks for off stream, and I'll let you know when I'm off stream, and we can do the off stream tasks off stream. Oh yeah. So next, it looks like I'm on the very last card, and it's only giving me the option to mark as done, but I think there should be information for me to click on to open up the card and read it, and then looks like they need something from me as far as like my opinion on something, so there needs to be some kind of like text box for me to do that, and labels for what it needs. Let me know if you think this is the best way to set this up. Let me know if you have any other advice. Let me know if you think I'm understanding this correctly. Anything else, feel free to let me know. In comes the big thing, the musical thing with the musical king. In time, everything will rewind, and you will see, be inclined to be working on the life that you want to see. The Fibble Piranha browser did not have any notifications, so the extension is not even installed. Explain to me how to install the correct Claude extension into that browser. Claude's in your Chrome. Claude is all up in my Chrome now. Welcome to the chat. The Malite Mind. I'm not sure if I'm reading that right, but either way, welcome into the chat. What is going on here is I'm training some AI employees and just getting to the end of the weekly process. About to see what the new change was. The last weekly step. Max. Yes, I said it. I said Max. I don't know why I'm supposed to say that, but I just said it. No doubt. Cooking all the time like a full-time chef. Cooking all the time like I got 2 jobs and both of them are being chefs at a restaurant. That's how much I'm cooking. It aligned with the research. It aligned with the pain point. It aligned with the research. It aligned with the pain point. Okay, so I'm kind of confused because it's showing 4 different videos and I only had 2 this week. So I think 2 of them are from last week. And that just kind of made me notice how similar these videos are, some of them. But that's cool because I'm not focused on that right now. I'm just, starting out this marketing, and it's all about just like volume and putting stuff out at the beginning and seeing what works. But the main thing I noticed is like, one sentence on why I gave it that grade. And it was really basic for right now. I'm not really knowing like the best way to do this, and I couldn't really think of much other than like something super basic. I'm just kind of like going with the flow and getting used to creating this content and putting stuff out there to see what works. So basically, I clicked save next to each one, and up at the top was the only part where I was a little bit confused because that wanted me to grade the research. So I'm guessing like that's like the second time. The first time I grade it is like in the beginning of the week after I get it and I give it a grade. So like I don't understand, why would I grade it again now? If I'm understanding this correctly and I'm grading the research that it did from last week, because it hasn't done next week research yet, why would it have me grade that twice? That seems like it's not necessary. let me know what you think about all the things I just brought up, and we can go from there. Yes, sir. Starting is the first step. The first step on the journey. You have enough time to learn along the way. Yes. Give thanks for time to learn. Always making time to learn. And, Joe, welcome to the chat, but unfortunately you cannot put links in the chat. If you have a project that's on Google, you can say the name of it and let me know, and I can Google it and I'll check it out and let you know what I think. Can show it on the stream even, but no links in the chat for the security of all. So give thanks every time. Being in tune to the station for the Vibe Coding Nation. It's on Gumroad. Well, let me know the name of it. Let me know what it does. Let me know what you want me to be looking for. Let me know what kind of feedback you want. Yes, commit and push the batch. Alright, so your link is on Gumroad, and do I know Manus 1.6 and Manus 1.6 Lite is completely free until the 25th of August. I did not know this, and I have used Manus before. I know what it is, so looks like I'm going to find some way to use Manus. So I haven't used it in a while, and I bet you I can find something that I can't do as well with Claude or Codex. I'm going to take a note. Thank you for that. Manus AI free until August 25th. Find use case and utilize the free Manus usage. Yes, I'm trying to think of why the first time I used Manus, there was like a specific use case, and I think it might have been real estate, which, okay. Manus. Is this the one? This was like the first one that spun up all the sub-agents. Yeah, okay. Alright, I remember Manus. It's already on my browser. Well, that's awesome. I'll definitely check that out after the stream and see what I can do. Need to get some kind of like graphics, like when I finish the week, like gold coins drop from the sky, fireworks go off. Yeah. It shows a picture of me going up an elevator to the next level. Anyway, alright. So, I mean, that's like the workflow. Week 1, majority. Some things I definitely could do better, but that's the cool thing. I'm doing this work every week anyway, so like I can just do the upgrades. I can just do every week when I do the workflow, I can just do another round of upgrades and make it better. And I'm already seeing the progress from that. So, I mean, this is one of the coolest things I've done in a long time. And it's just the beginning. I feel like, you know, I put a ton of research into like doing this the best way possible. There's a ton. I'm sure there's still a lot more I'll need to learn, but I mean, I've got it down. Like, I know like how to build these, and just having AI run the business. Like, and when I heard like, you know, AI can run your business, I did not understand how much that was possible until now, and I've got it. Got my first team of employees built. And then looking back at the chat, looks like you're talking about courses, stuck with no audience, and you still have not given me the name of what I'm supposed to be looking for, and what kind of value you're trying to provide, what you want me to be giving you my opinion on, or my advice. And you're saying Manus's top tier agent can be compared with Claude Fable 5? I believe so. Grok is getting up there. Codex, the 5.6 Sol is pretty close. They're all really close, or not all of them, but a lot of them are really really close. And I'm guessing it's probably not as expensive. And I think Manus was the first like subscription that had browser control, if I remember correctly, but it was like crazy expensive, and that's why I never used it. And now Claude and Codex have browser control. And saying I can check in a new tab, it works on a website, can be connected with various tools. Oh, definitely. Yeah, no, I got an Manus account months, maybe even like a year ago, and it's still like on my browser, like on my bookmark on my browser. So I just pulled it up, and like I just haven't used it in a few months. But as soon as I saw like the homepage, then I remembered which AI that was, and that I have used it, and some of the use cases. I was basically getting confused with Perplexity. I've got those right next to each other on my bookmark toolbar. So sometimes I get these tools confused, but now I know. So thanks for bringing that up. Have I just started? Well, this challenge I started February. So I mean, it's like a little over 6 months now. And I would have to say still though, yeah, that is just started. I mean, this is gonna be like the journey. And like even after I like reach the, you know, the $1 million, like I'm not gonna just like abandon the businesses. You know, these businesses are for life or until I sell them, and I enjoy operating them. I enjoy building them. So I have no plan to sell any of these businesses, and I'll just keep building. Definitely making a ton of progress, getting really good at this, and finding my lane at like what I really excel at. Some things I like doing more than others. Some things I'm just naturally better at because of my skill set. So, you know, I just keep on building and learning. And the business will slowly but surely get better and better over time. Alright, so let's see. There's this. I don't think I really need to go over anything else right now. I think the main thing is next week I can really start making sure that the like agents are doing everything. Some of the stuff I'm still doing manually. But I mean, it's getting better each week. So, alright, so looking at this, I think it's time to move on to the next task. Yeah, why not? Alright. So I'm gonna move on to the another business. So basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to make a video generator that generates like good quality marketing videos that are not, you know, like faceless, but basically like, you know, AI generated, but they still agree with the guidelines for the different platforms. And first I'm just like, you know, because like I used to use what was it, I've used HeyGen, but InVideo was the main one I used to create videos, and that was like AI, you know, constructed videos. And pretty much what I learned is like there's a bunch of different platforms like Runway and InVideo that all create AI video. And I'm looking at these and I'm like, okay, they all have subscriptions, but they're basically just like wrappers. And then I'm finding out like the APIs they're using for like the video generation platforms, and like I can just build that myself. So I'm just paying per like the API call. And it's almost like a puzzle, like different pieces go into like making the content, but I'll just like kind of try out different pieces and swap pieces out here and there that work better, and then create agents to do the process and make the videos for me. So that's the next task. Oh, don't mind the Nightbot. The Nightbot has some like built-in rules that it just automatically enforces that I didn't know about. I don't have any problem with with just putting those emojis. Like, that doesn't bother me. The Nightbot just randomly pops up sometimes and tells people to stop doing things that I don't know why it does it, but it's no big deal. Alright, switch the VS Code. So first tool I'm using is Fall AI, FAL. Just getting the account set up there right now. So looking at the chat, how many projects have I built until now? And for this challenge, I did the first 30 days, I did one app a day. So I guess those were all individual projects. And then I started building the first business. And that just got launched like maybe 2 months ago. And then since then, I've started building and training the employees for the business. So that's what I've done so far with the challenge. So I'm trying to put in my payment information, and it's going through Link. I tried to do it manually, it wouldn't let me. When I go through Link, I first tried my business credit card, and then it just said like it wanted me to verify and click a box, but where the box was supposed to be, it said 403 error. So I just tried my debit a card after that, and it gave me that same error. It's not letting me manually put in a card. I'm stuck trying to fund this account. Let me know what you can do to help. And I don't think it can help because I don't think it can do the payment stuff. But if it can't, then I just have to try the other platform first. what I just tried, but let's see. Oh, it took me to the manual screen. Awesome. No, I'm not setting up payments. I've already done that for the first business website app. I'm looking to pay so I can use this video generator service. And it gets to the end of the payment. One more step before you're done, select the checkbox below that just like, you know, CAPTCHA type thing. And I'm getting an error message. It's not displaying the CAPTCHA, so I can't check it. So I can't create the account. I can't fund the account to create the videos through this account. And Abundance Mindset says path of least resistance. Just try something else. This shouldn't be this difficult. So that's where I'm at. This does have an API, but I can't use it until I fund it, and I can't fund it until I can click the CAPTCHA. And this is super weird, but hey, it happens sometimes. Alright, yeah, I just did the manual now, and I've tried like 3 different methods, and I'm still getting that 403 forbidden error message on the one more step before you're done, select the checkbox below. So, I don't know, I mean, this seems to me like path of least resistance would say just try the other method first. From what I understand, you're saying trying 2 different methods. This is one of the methods for generating videos. So if I'm understanding this correctly, let's just try the other method for now. Unless you have a better idea, let me know what you think. Sometimes it's a bummer. It's like, man, I went and created the account, did all that, and then you get to the last step, and then it's like, but hey, that is just goes to show, like, even in this business that seems to be very legit, they're still having bugs. And that's the worst kind of bug, is on the pay flow. When someone's actually trying to pay and they can't. You're recommending for me to try Open Router. I do not think OpenRouter has this type of model. But it is possible. I'll ask. I'll ask and see what Claude thinks. Alright, so all those things are already right. This is something with... Try this card one more time. I think it might have worked. No, it worked, and then that same captcha thing popped up. Man, this site. OpenRouter. I'll ask about OpenRouter, but I'm not sure that this service is on OpenRouter, or this model. I checked the cookies. I tried another 2 different methods of paying, and every time it seems like it verifies and it's good, and then it wants me to do that captcha thing, and it's giving me the error message. So this has got to be a problem on the site. Bummer, because this is like a big part of the plan. Man. So basically, right now, explain to me like where I'm at with this setup. Like, is this really the only option? And if you have any more advice, let me know. Gotta find some kind of workaround. Stuff happens sometimes. Okay, so you want me to check the website you sent? And I forgot. I'm scrolling up looking for... Looks like Clive Joe Gumroad. Is that what I should be looking at on? Because you want me to look up a course, from what I understand, right? And that's on Gumroad. Okay, so let me know what I need to look up on Gumroad. Because I can't see the website. It won't send through the... If you send a website through the chat, it would just not show it. Try a different browser. Affiliate 50%. Is that what I'm looking for on Gumroad? Or are you saying you have a 50% affiliate program? You want me to type provider and change? I'm not sure what you mean. In regards to what? Like go on Gumroad and type provider and change? Huh. Provider and change. Alright, what I'm seeing is ZimWriter, Houdini AI Assistant, Render Zero Animate, Biblical Man Vault. / provider. I'm on Gumroad right now, and I've got the chat box or the search bar. I tried provider, Wave Runner Entry Management System, ZimWriter, Houdini, HFT. I don't know what you want me to be looking for. Trying to find it though. You just got to give me better directions. Alright, let me just see if I can do this on my phone.
I saw it when I walked, boy.
Did I do it? Effing right, I did it. Yeah, I figured it out. Kept trying. And there's a will, there's a way. It's like, man, I'm not gonna go through all that work setting up that account and then just give up like that on the last screen when that's the best option. So I got it working. All right, awesome. Looking back at the chat. Okay, so you're saying it's not on Gumroad, and I'm sorry, man. I'm confused too. I know you're trying to help, and you want me to type /provider on my screen. So like in like a URL. I'm not sure which screen you're talking about. On my project, type /provider. What do you mean on my project? I don't know what project you're talking about. To summon the list of all available providers. I'm gonna actually, let me see if Gemini can figure this out. Someone in the chat wants me to check something out, and first I thought they were saying it was on Gumroad, but they're not, and now they're saying I need to type /provider on my screen. I don't know what screen they're talking about. They're saying on the project, type /provider, and it should give me the list of available providers. Do you know what they're maybe talking about, like where they want me to type this and what information they're trying to get? Because I thought they wanted me to check out a project they were working on, but I'm not really sure what this seems like. Maybe I don't understand. All right, I finally found a way. I funded it $10. So now you can go back to do what you need to do. I think you're in browser control. Let me know what's next. Oh, do you want me to type that into VS Code? Is that what you're saying? Or into my terminal? To see which LLM powers the agent. Oh, that's Claude. So yeah, I've got what I'm working with right now is Claude in the terminal, and then I have OpenRouter for my employees. Different models for different agents depending on what the job is. Yes, I am processing with the AI, and I mean, is that what you were wondering? You just wanted to know, that's the whole time, you just wanted to know what model I was using right now with my terminal? That's all if that's it, you could have just asked that. I'm using Claude. I feel like there's got to be more to this than that, but hey. If I'm understanding this correctly, that's what you're trying to know. It is Claude. I'm like, this to me, I don't understand why this was so confusing, but I hope we figured it out. Alright, back to the thing. Oh, it's like doing the, alright. Doing the whole setup. Browser control. Do I use OpenClaw? You mean OpenClaw? Or wait, OpenClaw. Termux. Nope, don't use Termux. I think Manus is better. You think Manus is better than Claude? I think Manus is better, used to be better for browser control. I'm not so sure anymore. That's one thing I'm wondering. Who's better for browser control? Is that Manus, Claude, or GPT? OpenClaw. I feel like it's OpenClaw maybe, and it's something different. Some people in the chat are saying that they use OpenClaw, and they're asking me if I also use OpenClaw. I've heard of OpenClaw, but I know, is there an OpenClaw, like a different version of Claude Code? OpenClaw is real. It is an open source CLI coding agent. A community-made wrapper designed to mimic Anthropic's Claude Code terminal workflow, but with one major difference. It lets you use any AI provider or local model. Wow. I did not know about this. Lets you switch models using the /provider command. So it's the Claude Code experience, but you can use a different model. That is interesting. Mainly, the thing I'm thinking is when I'm using the terminal, I would rather use Claude Code because that's my subscription. The main reason I use APIs is so that I don't need to be at my computer. So this would pretty much defeat the purpose. Unless I did not have a Claude subscription, then this would make sense. But for me, like, I can get, if I'm using Claude, I mean, then I'm using my subscription, so it's basically free, and I'm already paying for a subscription. So if I'm doing that method and using a different model, then I would be paying through the API, so I'd be like paying extra. But that's very interesting. I did not know about this. Okay, I got some questions now. Alright, switching topics. So basically, I'm trying to create a video generator. I'm trying to create AI videos, and I'm trying to, make a workflow for it. So I did research to basically find out what the best methods of generating videos with AI. And I was recommended to use fall.ai. So from what I understand, fall.ai just has a bunch of different models, and it looks like it's using Flux 2. And I think what it's doing right now is it says text to image generation. Yep, that's what it's doing. Okay. So I'm not really sure. I guess give me a better explanation of what does fall AI do? What it does, what it do. Yes, I have used the Hermes as well. Hermes. Some people pronounce it differently, but at the end of the day, my own custom employees are better. And I had to use Hermes agent to figure that out. Saying, I don't know what that word means. I gotta look that one up with AI. I gotta do some more AI research. Look up some words I've never heard of before. Oh, this is crazy. Okay, so this fall AI is basically like the open router for image generation. Soka means I see in Japanese. Oh, okay. Well, now I know when I go to one day when I visit Japan, I'll be ready. Gotta go to Tokyo. Gotta go to the mountains. Definitely got a list of places I want to go to in Japan. Heard Japan's got the busiest intersection in the world. So, I don't know why that would be like a tourist attraction, but it is for some reason. I don't know who would want to go somewhere because there's a busy intersection there, but if you want to go to the busiest intersection in the world, I guess that's in Japan. AI, stick to Scotland. Never been to Scotland either. What do they got in Scotland? It's cold up there, right? That's about all I know. You want to know how many projects have been made by me? Well, check out Stackivate. It's in the link is in the description on YouTube, and I would have to say you can check out also in the description, the YouTube description, there is like a update on all the different steps that I've done, where I'm at now, and soon come, I believe I can find a way to offer these marketing systems, workflows that I'm building right now, because I could basically customize these for any app. So I think that's going to be the next business offering, is someone's building an app and they want a customized team of AI employees to help them run their marketing. I can offer that very soon. So I'm guessing they just charge, like, you know, a small fee when you use the API through them. But this makes sense. So this is just the image generator, and then I would put this into like a motion tool that would turn the image into motion, and then I would just do that like per scene. So let me know about all this stuff. Am I understanding this correctly? So like basically, if I find that like one model, I find myself only using one specific model, I could just switch that model's API and it would be a little bit cheaper.
Rather, it is a state of mind which you constantly strive toward. This all comes from an understanding that ideas aren't static.
Okay.
Like water.
All 9 images generated. Costed me about 6 cents. Now I guess I just gotta put it in the motion graphic. Oh, these are cool. Whoa. Let's see how I can share this screen. There we go. So here's the first images I got for the video. I can't decide between this one and this one. I want to try them both. Actually, I want to try 3 of them. There's 3 of them that I cannot decide between. So I'm wondering maybe like try 2 of them and see which one I like the best. I feel like this is a big decision. I feel like this shouldn't be like the final decision. I feel like I should be trying different things. and just putting them out there as content and seeing what works over time and trying different styles. So I don't want to pick one permanent anything for now. I'm going to give you the 3 file paths for the 3 that I can't decide between, and then if we had to just pick one, I would have to say it's the first one that I'll give you. That is the paper one. Where the meditator is like a white paper person on the edge of the cliff. But let me know what you think. We can just like start with that one and make that one first and then go from there. So looking back at the chat, am I planning on using the DeepSeek version 4 API key? Yes, I'm planning on using that for a specific agent. And you really like those cigarette emojis, huh? I didn't even know there were cigarette emojis, but those are kind of cool. Let's see. That's funny. The bot is like telling you to stop using emojis, but I don't care. I don't know why it's doing that. I'll just have to, I'm gonna take a note to get the bot to lay off on the emoji thing. The Nightbot on YouTube is telling people to stop putting out emojis, and that doesn't seem to be a problem with me, so I need to change it so the Nightbot eases up on that. Tell the Nightbot to ease up. 7th one is cooler, as Gemini is confused. Yeah, sometimes that can be. Alright, so this makes sense then. And then, how does it work with the cost for the motion part? So once I have the images and I need to turn them into motion, like, how does that work? Let's say I'm doing a 5-minute video. What is it, like one image with motion is maybe like how many seconds? I'm guessing like 10 seconds. Let me know how many seconds of motion you get per image. So like how much motion that would be, or even images for like a 5-minute video. So break it down for the cost for a 5-minute video. Looking at creating how many images I would need to generate. Seeing that I just did 9 images for like 6 cents. And then how much it would cost to put motion onto each one of those images. And then if there's any other costs you can think of, let me know. This looks like an agent that would be a local agent. It would be the best way to do this. Says looking at like $15 to $25 for a 5-minute video, depending on the quality. And let's just say like $20 per video. 2 videos a week, like $40 a week for marketing content. That's not that bad. Versus recording and creating 2 videos on my own. I mean, that's... question is, how well does it work? And that's why I got one business that's like, I'm the face, I'm making the marketing content myself, and then another business where I'm going to have AI make it. See if there's any difference, which I'm sure there is. Just want to kind of experience it for myself, do it like a kind of a test. So, I'm looking at the chat. And yes, I will take care and keep cooking. Same with you. And respect every time. So basically, like, could I have a workflow where different agents like do each step? Like one agent does all the image generation, another agent can run the images through the motion generation, so this way I don't have to like take the time to manually do it, and it can all happen in the background. and even apply the voice and like make sure that's all working right. So like agents could do all this, and I could just like give it the right direction and give it the script and like the guidance, and then it could just like work in the cloud and do its thing. Wow. So I just made a scene. That's kind of cool. Okay. Let me see. I gotta show this on the stream. Um, so that's one scene, and it can make the scene. I thought I had to do it different. For 5-second video, your request will cost 35 cents. For every additional second, you will be charged 7 cents. Okay, so it looks like this does both. And I'm already down like $3. Alright, let's find out what's going on so far. So try both clips. Oh, I see. Whoa, that's cool. Okay. If I think I might understand this correctly. Like, this is one model of motion for an image. And then this is another model on the same image. And one of them is clearly like way better. Like the tree is swaying, there's mist, the sun is glowing. If I'm understanding this correctly, made with that sea dance. Yep, and this is cling. Okay. Okay, so I think I'm understanding this now. I'm seeing that out of all the images we made, the one image that I selected, there's two variations of it that have motion. And I'm looking at the first one that shows sea dance, and that one is way better. The tree is moving, there's mist, the sun is glowing. The second one is cling, and that is super basic. It's just kind of like the camera is like moving across the scene, and there's really not much going on with the scene itself. So I can easily say the sea dance looks better. I noticed that the original $10 balance I started with is down to about $7.25. I'm wondering, because these images should have only taken up, like you said, like I think it was like 6 cents or something like that, less than 10 cents. So I'm guessing that each one of these image generation is what cost the most. So like, how does that work with like the cost for each one of those 5-second image generation? And I didn't realize that this tool can do the images and the motion. So I might have like misspoken there, and I confused motion process for image generation. So if I'm understanding this correctly, then answer my questions. If not, help me understand this correctly. And basically let me know, estimate using the C dance, how much do you think it would cost to make like a 5-minute video? Whoa. That's a big difference. Yeah, we're on the 1.5 Pro test. Alright, so this makes sense. That's why it was so much better. The one where it was like super basic and it was just like the camera was panning across the screen, that was like, I think it was like 20 cents to produce. And then the one that was really good was like almost 10 times as expensive to make. So I'm trying another, like, kind of in between. And I didn't understand it. Like, I don't need to animate each different. For a video, it's not going to animate every single picture. Some of them will just be still and panning across, and some of them will be animated. And it's just like understanding to make a good video which ones to like fully animate and which ones to not. And still, this is like images and stuff. Like, I'd like to get to like, once I think this is probably gonna be easier than making like actual like people videos, but once I get this down, then I want to try making the people videos. And I would just be like my own voice is the narration. And I mean, at the end of the day, still like $10 to make a 5-minute commercial. That's like really good quality. I mean, that's super cheap compared to pre-AI time. So I would basically build like, I would just need to study the structure of like a studio and build out employees. Like, I build a director, then like the visual aid employees, the animation employees, the editor, and make that into a workflow. Set it up just like, you know, high value studio would process. And then, I mean, that's that. Looking at the chat, Johnny9, hey, how's it going? Hopefully you're doing good. Respect every time. Alright, so what I just learned is that, like, there's different models that do the different animations. The image models really aren't that different with the quality, but the motion models are, like, there's a big difference. And, like, the cheaper models barely have any motion. The more expensive models have really good, like, effects to the motion. And what I found is that with, like, say a 5-minute video, most of the image scenes are not going to be like the expensive motion. You use like a variation, so that can like bring the cost down. But basically, let me know, am I understanding this correctly, and can you give me any advice? All right, ready. So, this is gonna be, that's not even that bad. That is actually for like 1/10 of the price. Oh yeah. Wow. Okay. So like this is the really cheap one, the super basic one, and you can tell it's not really moving any of the stuff, it's just kind of like zooming in. This is yeah, that's the cheap one. This is the really expensive one. And this is like the middle one. Middle one is very similar to the really expensive one. So what I'm seeing is like The really cheap model is like, but there's like a place for each one of these. And really these two are not that different. So that's awesome. That just brought cost down a ton and kept the quality good. All right, I mean, this looks good. Honestly, this new 1.5 Pro looks almost as good as the more expensive version. So 1.5 Pro does pass for me. And I think I'd rather do like the cheaper version of videos to start while I make them, because I'm probably gonna, you know, have some problems, and just the learning process, I think using the cheaper models is the way to go. So just the main thing I'm wondering right now is like this workflow. What is it looking like for like just making the videos? So like, I know it starts with an idea. You're saying here the idea is like the aura ring thing. So like once you have the idea, then like what, you just need a script, and then that can like tell you what images to generate. Then you generate the images, then you do it with like the right combination of motion generation for the images. And then like I would want what's it called, captions, and then using my voice through like 11 Labs. I already have my voice trained on there. Is that pretty much the whole workflow? And then is that something to where like, could I set up agents, like workflow team of like custom agents to do a whole workflow like this without having to like you do browser control, where I'd have to be at my computer? So Johnny's asking, am I in phase 3? Not sure what you're talking about. Phase 3 of what?
He was impressed by the loveliness of her hair, her soft blue eyes, her delicate mouth.
I'm afraid I can't say.
Oh, I see. Looking back at the chat of the journey. I think the way I've got it right now, I'm on like phase 9, phase like 8 or 9, and definitely past phase 3. And welcome to the chat, Manual. Respect every time, and good to see you here. Alright, that's awesome. I agree with what you're saying. Let's do the first 3 videos like manually. Probably better to do API than browser control. And we can start setting this up. So, you know, I think the main thing right now is like the content I posted before here is very different than like the direction I'm about to take with this video about like I fired my Aura ring, and I know there was some research that went into that, but I wanted you to do some research on the current Fibboprana YouTube channel. There's YouTube, there is TikTok, there is X. Those are the main 3. So, you know, if you don't already have the API for YouTube for this channel, make sure I can get you that so that you can see into the channel, and whatever you can do to see what the kind of content was with TikTok and X, that would help. Because like, I mean, I want to do what works best. Like, this is marketing, and I don't know what works best yet. You have your opinions, I have my opinions. What I was thinking of is making more like, you know, entertainment content that's also going to be advertising. Like, I think, you know, that why I fired my Aura ring, I'm not so sure that's like an entertainment thing. I wanted to be like teaching like concepts of like, you know, human optimization, like ancient concepts, and like telling stories about like ancient yogis and mystics and meditators that have understood this stuff and like understood consciousness and like the effects and like how to optimize your body. Anyways, that's kind of what I'm thinking. And I've also had a lot of success with posts talking about like, you know, people throughout history that have been I guess just like notable people throughout history, and like kind of tell their stories. I know that's like what a lot of like content that I watch in this niche on YouTube that I think is cool and interesting, and that's why I was thinking of this. But also, you know, I should be maybe trying everything, and at the same time, like based on the content that's already there and how the algorithm works, I don't want to be like trying too much different things. So let me know what you think. Should I be doing more research about this topic stuff? Do you think that it's good where it's at right now? Do you think, you know, just for this first one, I should try this idea about the firing the Aura ring just to try it, and like we can put it up and see how it does? Let me know what you think about all this stuff I just brought up. So you want to know what is my personal branding system? So far, it is agents. It is very similar to the system that I'm creating for Stackivate. And it is Currently, I'm setting up the social media. Then I'll be setting up most likely paid ads team. So it's like I'm building like departments of employees and then a manager for that department. And getting the personal brand is different because they're customized for each business. Certain things are different. But basically it's just like helping me to do the busy work so I can spend more time focusing on making good decisions on like what kind of content to make. That's the main thing, is like what kind of content is gonna work, because AI is not that good at that. AI is good at a lot of things, but it's not very good at like what kind of content do I want to make for like my brand. Like that's got to come from me. But if you have any more specific questions, feel free. And the historical figures I'm talking about is people like Ramana Maharshi, or like different like yogis that have said to have powers that are stories about. And then there's like different um ancient people more on the like ninja side or the chi side, looks like from these images, it's like more of like meditating, like ninja type meditation, Zen, stuff like that. But you know, we can go over more of this later. For right now, go ahead and get started. Stackivate has not made any money yet, and might be a little bit. I had two people that started the checkout, and then they just quit before they paid. So my marketing is working. I'm getting users onto the project. No one's just bought yet, and it's still a long way to go. This is going to be a business that I plan on, you know, just growing for years and years. So no rush. Main problem is that just got to get users to it. Marketing is the solution. So I'm almost there. If anybody's really ready to, you know, got an app or something like that they're trying to market, and they want to get started, and they want you know, custom team of agents to do the marketing for them in the most efficient and best way, then you know I'm the person to contact. And the information is in the description. Feel free to contact me through any lane, any avenue, and we can figure something out. The first projects I work with, I will be giving a massive discount. So if you're trying to market something, you're looking for a solution, and to save a lot of time doing it, let me know. This is cool because like I'm seeing this whole video production process, and you know, like I'm wondering, like before, I think you can get like maybe $30 a month is like the cheapest subscription, and then that's going to be like stock videos. Like you can get your own voice on it, you can get the, you know, your own script, but it's going to be like stock images, and they'll be real. It'll be like videos of people, but they're not going to be custom. And I think custom is the way to go. So that's going to be looking at like maybe $10 a video, do one video a week. That's going to be like $40 a month. So that's really like $10 a month more than the stock video image generators. And this is also like the cheapest version of like doing this. And it should still be way better quality, way more custom. And as I get good at this, then I'll upgrade the tools I'm using, and it'll cost more. But I mean, once I get locked in on the content that's working, then I will improve the tools and get better quality, and I feel like it'll be worth it to pay that. But I mean, still at the end of the day, when I'm paying, say this comes out to like $40 a month, and I'm getting one video a week that I can make all my content from. I mean, $40 a month for marketing is like very good price. not bad. Alright, I gotta read that script. The monks who raise their body heat with their minds. People have no idea. People have no idea how bad we're living right now. Gonna be looking back like, man, these are some dark ages, man. We could be living so much better. Even ancient people like thousands of years ago figured this out. What happened to the humans? Gotta uplift the people with the knowledge.
I saw it when I walked, boy.
All right, and I mean, with verifying these claims, this is not something for every video I'm going to want to manually do. Sounds like the way I understand agents, this would be a separate verification agent. Maybe I don't understand this correctly, but I want you to do the verification so it's automatic, so I don't have to manually do it. And we can figure out when we set up agents later if it's best to just use a different model for the verification. But for right now, you can use, you know, just you, Claude, to do the verification. And then I will, if you want to make the placeholder for the 11 Labs API key in the correct file, let me know when it's there, and then I will put in the 11 Labs API key. I'll be back.
saw it when I walked, boy.
Welcome to the chat, C Films. I'm doing good. Working on a new workflow for creating videos, marketing videos, like commercials and stuff. Hope you're doing good too. And I'm guessing you are working on the C Films website right now. Alright, with 11 Labs, I'm having a problem. It's not letting me sign in. I haven't signed in there in a while. I do have a subscription, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. But I can't get that API key until I get signed in. So, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to contact 11 Labs. Maybe, unless you have any other advice. I don't know why it's doing this. I mean, if you wanted to try browser control, if you think maybe that would help, let me know. Whatever you think might help for the best solution to this problem. Well, cheers to the C Films website every time. $11 Labs. Should be super easy. Definitely have an account.
I saw it when I walked, boy.
Okay, so my 11 Labs account is on a different profile browser than the one I was just on. I use it across a few different businesses. So I went to log in. I know it was the right account. But on that account, I recently created a new Google profile for that business. And the 11 Labs account was created under the old email Gmail address that wasn't like a professional business email. So that being said, it didn't work with my password, so I tried to automatically sign in through Google. Google tried using the new address, and now it's like trying to do onboarding and create a new account, and I can't get it to let me even sign in. It just wants to try and go straight to onboarding. It won't let me try to sign in from my actual account. So this is super weird and super annoying and frustrating, and 11 Labs, for a bigger company as they are, they shouldn't have this problem. Let me know what you think is the best way to solve this. But I would have to say, I'm thinking like this is not very entertaining for the stream, and I can get this boring stuff done off the stream and then come back when the video is ready to make the video, because that's what's going to be fun. Try this one last thing. If this works, then never mind. No, this is super annoying. I don't want to deal with this doing the stream. I'll get this done off stream. So I would have to say that's going to be it for today. Hopefully you got a lot of value off of what I had to say and do. So you know, it's up to you to go ahead and like up the like button. Make sure that this information gets spread around to more people through the algorithm. And subscribe if you haven't already, because I'm coming through with new information steady. So you know, another day, another flow. Building the business as I go. Sometimes it might seem slow, but just keep the faith, and it will get to where I want it to be, and I'll see what I want to see. So I would have to say that's it for today, and hopefully you got a lot of value off of what I had to say. So I'm out for the night.